Out-of-bounds pass comes into Jordan. Here's Michael at the foul line. A shot on Elo. Good! The Bulls win! They win!
And Chicago has knocked off the Cavs 101.
Michael Jordan, one of the greatest, if not the greatest, basketball player of all time. Also father and successful businessman with an estimated net worth of over $1 billion US. But how did he do all that? Welcome to Behind the Genius of Michael Jordan. Behind the Genius is a new series on this channel where we'll take a closer look on successful people so we can learn from them. Welcome to part 1 of this series. Hello there, my name is Dennis. I make philosophical self-improvement type videos. And in today's video we will talk about Michael Jordan. Confidence, one of the greatest strengths of Michael Jordan.
Have you ever gone on the court and been afraid?
No, I've never been afraid. I mean, obviously you're nervous, but afraid means you're not confident in your skills. I have total confidence in my skills, so I'm not afraid.
But other than most people, his confidence isn't built up on his ego, but actually has a solid foundation. And in his case, his foundation is work. He's so confident about his own skills that he basically doesn't fear anything.
Have you ever been afraid on the court, ever? Against
Never.
anybody?
Never.
Have you ever been intimidated by anybody?
Never. I mean, these guys put on their shorts just like me. I don't fear anyone on the basketball court.
Let's take for example an exam in school. Most of the students fear an exam, well, not really the exam itself, but more like the failure of the exam. But if you actually study for the exam, you don't have really a reason to fear it because you're confident in your knowledge.
Fear of failure a motivator?
I never feared about my skills, you know, because I put in the work.
Put him away, MJ.
Work ethic eliminates fear.
Yes.
You know, so if you put forth the work, then what are you fearing? You know what you're capable of doing, what you're not.
So the more you practice on your own skills and knowledge, you will automatically become more confident in them. And therefore, you will become confident in general. So build up your confidence on work. Competitiveness. Michael Jordan is unarguably one of the most competitive persons ever to be alive.
Do you think you have a gambling problem at all?
No, because I can stop gambling. I have a competition problem. A competitive
Um,
problem.
You ever met anyone that you felt was as competitive as you are?
No. I just feel that, you know, my competitive drive is far greater than anyone else that I've met. You know, I think that I thrive on that. I think that's my biggest motivation in life, you know, is to compete, you know, find different competitions in certain things in life and try to overcome that.
And in my opinion, one of the most remarkable things about his competitiveness is that he has never enough.
3, that's enough, isn't it?
Enough for you?
Enough for you.
No, it's never enough. It's
Okay.
never enough as long as you compete. You know, it's always great to win. That's why you compete.
It's similar to the dog mentality from David Goggins, which I will make a video in the future as well. So if you want to become one of the best, you actually have to compete. And Michael Jordan takes it a step further. If people start doubting you, you can actually take that as a motivation to be even more successful than you would be anyway.
And you still want to do that as a pro when you leave basketball?
Yeah, I do. A lot of people say I couldn't do it, which is more energy for me to try to do it. You know, it just drives me when people say I can't do anything. That means I'm gonna certainly try to achieve it even harder.
Leadership mentality.
It's easy to sit back and say, well, I've given my best. You know, I'm tired. You know, somebody else got to do it or whatever. I didn't take that approach. I thought positively and said whatever I could do, every little inch of energy that I have, I'm gonna try to provide for this team. I mean, if you give up, then they give up. You know, so I didn't want to give up. You know, no matter how sick I was, or how tired I was, or how, low on energy I was.
You can actually learn from his leadership mentality. If you want to lead people, you actually have to act as a role model. Because in fact, the people that you're leading do not serve you, but you are, as a leader, serve the people. And if you think, no, as a leader I don't serve anyone, then you're not a leader, you're a tyrant. A true leader has the confidence to stand alone, the courage to make tough decisions, and the compassion to listen to the needs of others. He does not see out to be a leader, but becomes one by the quality of his action and his integrity of his intent. Leadership is an action, not a position. Student mentality. Michael Jordan is always open to the unknown, and he's always open to learn anything new.
And when you look at my career from high school all the way up through to the pros, no one knew what Michael Jordan was capable of. And myself, I didn't know. But that I didn't let that stop me. And I let that motivate me more so than anything. That as long as it's unknown, that means I have a chance.
In his view, there's always room to improve, and you should adapt this way of thinking as well. Because if you think that you already know everything, you won't actually become better at anything. And the truth is, you're not the best. There's always room to improve. Be aware of that.
When you're on the court with either of those guys, do you ever say, wow, I wish I could do that, or I wish I would have done it that way?
Yeah, I'm amazed by certain things that they do, and sometimes there is a sense of trying to imitate one of those players.
Or intimidate, too, whatever the case might be.
I never feel that I'm at my best. I feel I still have room to improve. I still set goals for myself to strive for. I'm never complacent with what I've achieved.
So let's sum everything up. First thing is confidence. Build up your confidence on work. Be confident in your skills. The second thing is competitiveness. It's never enough, and you have to always strive to be better than anyone else. Take doubting of others as motivation. The third thing is leadership mentality. Always lead as an example. And the last thing is the student mentality. Always be willing to learn and improve yourself. Never think that you are already become the best, because you're not. Learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. See you next time.
One of the articles I read, they called it the Bulls Traveling Cocaine Circus.
I never read that article.